Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to some Mecha Knights Nightmare, where we are continuing to pick up after we left off with the tragic, totally unforeseen tragic loss of Jake's friend, slash comrade, slash best bud in the world, TM forever till we reign, kind of thing. I was starting to go somewhere with that, then I switched gears and it's like, there. But yeah, welcome back to Mecha Knight Nightmares, where the first things first, we need to go back into the mech bay and do a bit of reworking, because since last time, there was a slight break in recording, and then to get back into it, I went into the raid mode that we glanced at a few episodes back that we've not actually been in, the wave survival slash thing, and you cannot comprehend the horrors I've seen. The horrors, oh, the horrors that are lurking in there. Though also as a note, you will get monsters from slightly later in spawning as well in that. So I've been spoiled slightly for a couple of other enemies, but only to the point of a few times where I've gone, what the hell is that thing? I know I've said that a few times in this game so far, but yeah, there's more stuff in the pipeline for sure, where you're going to say, what the hell is that? No corrupted mechs that I've seen, I must admit, but it has been good for testing some weapon systems too. I'm just browsing these, but I don't think I've got a solid head swap out from this, because the raids have given me a bunch of dosh and a bunch of parts, so we have some more options, which is why we're wanting some mech bay time. I think this overall is the best head for what I kind of want to be doing, so I'll keep that one. Torsos, we're on the Yoran B. Nope, nothing in torsos. Arms, I kind of want to watch the mass over after all. Though that said, I may be well under my load limit, but the thing is, lower mass of course boosts my effective speed, so it lets me move more quickly. So it's still a very good thing to try and pare down on if you can. To the point, but the thing is, another thing that Horde mode has taught me is hit points are actually somewhat important. I was being very dismissive of hit points until now, but there's still something you kind of want to try and keep an eye on, if you can. Extra 200 mass, extra 500 hit points, a bit less targeting and recoil, but extra cooling. Extra cooling would probably be a good idea. Or that one for extra cooling and recoil reduction. Which is better in all stats except for the mass. Minus 200 for 800. That's actually very efficient, so yeah, I'll do that. And I'll get some extra fins on my mech, because of course you do. Bottoms, I think there was a flat upgrade available in here, pretty much. There it is, the Kyushu A3. A little extra boost speed, slightly higher NG use, but only a little bit. So I'm fine with that. So, boosting our speed even further. Notice we've lost like an extra 5% extra speed because of the extra weight involved in the shoulder pieces there. So, 5% extra speed versus a bunch of extra hit points. I'm not too sure about that one. Though look at this. Extra 300 mass. Weighs less. I wish that the weights things weren't in red when they're actually a benefit. Lose 1,000 hit points if I switch to the Supremacy 1. Walk speed plus 4. Massive load increase. That's a light leg as well, jeez. 1,000 hit points. Oh, look at that load though. unfortunately, I was misreading the stats there, I think, because of the anti-red versus green, so I was looking at the wrong thing, thinking, oh, that's better. No, it's worse. Don't do that, you idiot. I think I was on the supremacy, wasn't I? Yeah, let's put that on there instead, Typhon. We are, once again, okay. So I can't go for a light leg, but we could go for a medium leg, potentially. There we go, that's boosted our speed back up a little bit. What can I say? I'm doing some tweaking, and so we're trying to get through. Anyway, arms. Let's go for the shoulders first. And I'll start off by saying this shoulder automatic turret is not very good, I'll be honest, especially on maps where there's cover, because it engages without checking if there's cover blocking it first. So there is that. A far superior option is the auto shotgun. This guy, sure, it has less shots, but slow rate of fire, but it's got much less range, so it's more manageable. And it's got the multi-projectile effect on it as well. And this thing actually deals with the mid-size humanoid enemies very effectively in a couple of shots. So this one's very good at deleting stuff that gets too close to you. Very nice, very, very nice, but I'm not going to equip that for now. Let's switch over to my other shoulder, because I'm going to put one of our good old friends, the howitzers, back on here. Not the original guy, but the updated one, which has extra 2 projectiles, extra damage, and is actually, if you look, a double barrel. I know it's hard to see when it's mounted on this shoulder, but it is a double barrel howitzer, that one. And looks very, very tasty. But I'll move on. Next weapon pick is going to be the auto shotgun. I'm going to mention something really quickly here, which is, end of last time, someone said in the comments, is that a Gatling gun turret you got for your shoulder? I said no. But I think I must have got one because I found one when I was doing raiding. Sorry, before I was doing raiding. So the answer is this. Wrong shoulder. I did get a Gatling. Sadly, it's not actually a turret. This weapon confuses me a lot. It's not actually a turret. It's actually a direct forward-firing Gatling, similar to the Gatlings on your hands, that you manually control. So this thing is a tier 1 compared to this thing, which is a tier 1. I don't know why this weapon exists, I'll be entirely honest, apart from, like, Daka. Because this weapon has less ammo than these, less range, slightly less damage compared to these ones as well. So, excuse me. Spittle went down the wrong tube. Right. So, less DPS, less ammunition. It fires more slowly, so it's actually got roughly the same staying power, so it'll keep firing, and it will take longer to overheat as well, but that's the only benefits, really. But this, compared to the howitzers or the rocket pods or whatever, maybe for a weight thing, though it is kind of on the heavy side, but I don't know. So I'm not sure why this exists compared to better comparable options on the hands. So I'm not entirely sure. But that said, a couple of raids ago I unlocked this, which is basically a hard-hitting railgun. Right? So 4,200 does more damage per shot than the howitzers do. I think. Let's go back. So slightly less damage, but it's got much higher effective range. And it's a burst fire, so it actually fires 5 shots in a burst, and it's still got some area effect, and it's very accurate, so this is more like a precision single target deleter compared to this thing, the howitzer set. And obviously that's why I want the howitzers. I want the delete button, which does massive damage. But in the raid literally before I started recording this, I unlocked this thing, a Torden 1, which does, if you look at it, 40,700 damage in a single shot. Sure, it's got 20 shots, but 40,000. Compared to this thing, which is 5,000 times 5. That's 25,000, 40,000. This thing is a big enemy puncher. And it's also crossed with a sniper rifle. So very, very nasty from the stats. And I'm going to bring it in because... Raids, you've not seen the trouble I've seen. Oh, the raids. I feel very scared, honestly, and I want something that's really good against big, beefy targets. And that massive railgun will let me raise the middle finger to any big enemy that's coming my way. Very much so. So I want it. Moving on. We have got an upgraded energy for the legs, so we're going to get that for a little bit of extra regen. Then on the other leg we've got a ammo pack. I'm going to equip that as well. As a side note, by the way, the auto turrets on the shoulders, the shotguns are pretty good at it, but in raids it's like the shoulder mounted turrets actually have a bit of a shortage in staying power, like they'll run out of ammunition after a while. So that's sometimes a consideration, I guess. But moving on. Let's see, right shoulder. I could go for an additional coaxial. More DACA, right? It still leaves me with 7,000 hit points, which is really good. Well, it's still really low, but 7,000, boost speed 110, mine layers, battery packs. I'm not quite sure what else to put on here. I mean, yes, I did have the armor on there for an extra 1,300 odd hit points, but if I can avoid getting hit too hard, then the extra damage is probably good. So let's do that. Moving on, lastly, to the weapons. These Gatlings, really good. Really, really good. Great crowd clearance. I mean, that's why I've got them equipped. But against massed crowds and big enemies, I actually found them a bit lacking because they kept overheating. There was just too much to deal with. So overheat was an issue. That said, I have found something fun. So I'm going to keep the right arm as a Gatling, but I'm going to use this, the MM Dual. Why have one Gatling when you can have two? Who said there wasn't going to be DACA? Dual Gatlings, ladies and gents. Why not? Then left arm, I guess. I'm thinking maybe trying the standard machine gun. Less fire rate. Actually, no, maybe the cannon. I mean, if nothing else, playing those raids has impressed on me massively the benefit of multi-projectile. Because it flat out multiplies the damage to being dealt. And there's also this guy which has blast area on it. And some big projectiles. So I think I'll try taking this big old bazooka on my left hand. That seems good, right? I wish so much we could zoom on this, but we can't. Anyway, yeah, moving on. So, left side we've got a double-barreled artillery, which is blurred out for who knows why. We've got a howitzer for more multi-shot explosive havoc. The right side we've got a precision anti-big boy railgun sniper rifle monstrosity for the lulz. And the right arm we've got double Gatling, a double Gatling system. Because why not? And yes, we've got twin coaxial guns, just a bit of extra straight line firepower. Although I didn't touch the active and passives. That's because I'm going into upgrades now, and I've got just over $10,000. So, you know, good stuff. And I think I'm gonna pump that straight into module slots. So the raids has been great for getting a bit of dosh for some extra capability. Okay, that's great, and I will also increase my ammo capacity as well, because that is a very good idea. An extra hit points, extra walk speed, extra aiming, extra heat exchanges. Oh yes, extra heat exchanges, please. Better cooling, flat out. Let's go ahead and change that again. We've still got the resupply. We've got the night vision. I've been looking at these. I don't know if I think these might be cooldowns and things. Who knows? I mean, the emergency cooling might be a good one to have. Immediately cools all weapons down when used. And you'd think a repair kit would be a single-use one and gone, but I don't know. That's the thing. I just don't know. Emergency internal mounted ammo clip container. Let's get an emergency cooling and a emergency repair. That way we can at least check these things and see what they do. Then the passives. Well, we have got another booster, I think. Yeah, we've got another booster for a bit more power charge. This one's got the afterburner, but I'm going to swap that out for the other booster, so there we go, more power as well. Look at our energy regen. Our energy regen is towards the end of the scale now. It is, I think it's actually off the end of the scale, but I'm going to keep pushing it. Booster speed's really good. Low hit points, low radar, mass is average. Pretty good. But there's some other stuff in here, so let's see. Extra battery, extra armor, extra speeds, of course. Extra cooling. Recoil actuators for better recoil absorption. And this one, extra walking speed. I'm thinking of going with Orc's cooling. Just to help better manage my weaponry as well, so there we go. So we'll check. Yes, that is the cooling, that is the repair, night vision. Yep, okay, that'll all do. So that's all done and dusted. And we have greatly geared up the mech we've got. So let's just continue. Campaign, evacuation. And look at that. Fire Typhoon. The operation to reverse the tide of this, and then and then after that failed, blep, massive red spike in activity. And the diary is honestly the main character lamenting over Jake's death. Daughter and son orphaned, happened on his watch. 200,000 soldiers and airmen lost in the battle. The casualties in the war so far were doubled in that single fight. But yep, Jake's death is the thing. And yep. Commanders need to turn on the back foot, never knowing where best to apply surviving forces. In North, the Russians are fare no better. They're constantly getting pushed back towards Europe. So, I guess that means that these guys, well, they might still have been created by the Russians, as per my great crazy theory kind of thing. But they certainly don't have control, is what seems to be going on here. So, sorry for all the time spent in the hangar there. But yeah, there was a fair few bits to do because I got a lot of nice toys out of the raids I was running, as well as some very definite OMG. I hope I don't face that level of nonsense coming at me in the campaign. But honestly, kudos to the game designer if I do face that level of nonsense in the campaign missions, because, oh, what the hell am I supposed to be dealing with? Is very much the theme of the day. Let me put it this way. The wave I could barely survive, you know those big, queeny, stompy monsters? Picture a wave which is almost entirely those. And you'll see the kind of nonsense you deal with in raids very quickly. Okay, here we go. Mission.
Man, this is all fucked up! This shit is so fucked up! All that planning, preparation, the fighting, it was all for nothing!
80% of the Air Force wiped out. Our front line shattered. The Middle East is basically lost to the Reds. And Jake. Damn it.
Command has been silent for too long.
They're probably panicking as much as the rest of us. Half of the world is in chaos.
Yeah, I saw the news reports. Mass evacuations everywhere. Looks like half of Europe is looking for a way to get off the continent.
And they don't even know how bad the situation really is.
Did you hear the one colonel in 5th Mobile hanged himself?
Echo Team, this is Command. Do you copy?
This is Echo 7, loud and clear. Go ahead, Major.
Chain of command has been restored. New battle line is being drawn through the western part of Turkey, and forces are regrouping in the immediate area. The survivors of Battle Group Parmenian are to evacuate from the city of Rise. The Joint Force Fleet has moved in to help with the evacuation. Echo 7, I need you to defend the position at all costs. Help get our units out, and we might all survive this yet. I will mark the evacuation path on your map.
Roger that, Command. Echo Team will assist the evacuation.
One more thing. Allied reserve forces have been deployed around the exfiltration point, including new mechanized units. The higher-ups have deemed the severity of the situation serious enough to bring in cadets directly from the Academy. Patching in Echo 9 now. Her name is Cheryl.
They haven't even graduated?
The higher-ups want as many mechs on the field as possible. If anything, we should see this as a compliment.
Right.
Sending the cadets into war is never good.
This is Cheryl. I mean, Echo 9. Reporting for duty, Captain.
I read you, Echo 9. Pleasure to meet you. Form up on my wing and keep close.
Roger that, Captain.
Ethan, I'm on the private channel. Look after this kid. She's young and inexperienced. I don't think she's ready for this.
I understand. After Jake, there's no chance I'm losing anyone else.
Good to hear, Captain.
Mia, take Cheryl with you and defend the evacuation point. I'm gonna stay mobile and deal with the swarms along the evacuation path.
Roger, Captain. Babysitting duty, huh?
I'm sure you'll do fine, Mia.
Danger close! I repeat, danger close! Blow on blow! I repeat, we got blow on blow artillery! I don't give a fuck! Just bomb those...
I do not know what those things are. Is that a fish?
You're nearly at the docks!
What the hell?
Make sure my
I've not
wife
seen
gets
those
this
before.
right.
Oh, hello.
Please.
Also, that's the railgun firing. I love it. Oh, I just realised how much damage I'm taking as well. Jeez. Right. And yes, I am taking a ton of damage.
The flying helicopter is on the way. It will reach nearest drop zone shortly.
Oh, I know why the damage is coming from. It's those, you know those missile guys we first ran into a few missions back? Those things are very nasty.
Yeah, I need a repair kit.
Wait, we have an emergency repair kit, don't we? Go away. But yeah, those missiles are actually incredibly dangerous things, so best to avoid those if at all possible. Jeez. And maybe this isn't the best time to be going around looking for items either. But, you know me, I'm going to look around for all the shiny stuff. Oh, jeez. Have I mentioned I love that cannon?
Fucking hell! They got one of our tanks!
Okay, good, that's missiles down. Yes, the railgun just overheated. I think that's understandable given the situation. And I think I'm missing having the dual Gatlings, if I'm going to be entirely honest. Right, let's just wander over here, pick up the stuff. There we go. I didn't even realise you were alive. There we go. But yeah, it's like cadets are coming in, excuse to bring in a new inexperienced character who looks up to the legend of Echo 7. Ooh, fear me. So I'm kind of wondering what the heck's going to happen with that. Nothing major over there, so I'll just wander in and Gatling those guys. Well, actually, the major thing over there is the missile launcher, but you know.
Echo 7, be advised. We are getting reports about a new mutation which explodes on death.
Did I already mention something about situation being fucked up?
Focus fire on those fuckers then. This might actually help us if we can catch them near other Reds.
Drones show small group of the exploding type moving from east. Stay cautious.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I could really do without the without those occasional glitches when I'm trying to turn while strafing. It's I think it's entirely down to my computer's limitations, if I'm going to be honest. Because they seem to be getting a bit more frequent with recording and playing this going on. Especially when there's a lot of enemies on available. Yeah, I miss having double Gatlings. Definitely should have swapped those.
They're breaking through the lines. We're cut off. Fuck! They took out the Bradley.
Oh. Press key, enemy immediately evaporates. So satisfying. So satisfying. Oop, hello. And you are... goodbye.
Fucking hell! They got one of our tanks.
Don't worry, guys. Echo 7 is working on it. Yeah, see? Left shoulder is about half of that thing. Right trigger, it just dies. Also, you're dead. Bye-bye. There's enemy over here. Hello.
Shit! They managed to break through the western wall!
What? Okay,
I'll
what's
back
coming
you
in?
up.
Seriously, what's coming in?
Supply helicopter is on the way. It will reach nearest drop zone
And
shortly.
hey, repair kit is actually on a cooldown. That is excellent. Just have to keep on pushing everything. And I sincerely hope I find a second railgun for at some time soon. What the heck's going on over there? Oh, I see.
There's too many of them! This is a nightmare! I need help!
Title drop.
Keep your shit together, kid, and keep your gun spinning!
We can do this together, Cheryl. Believe me, I'm on my way.
Danger close. I repeat, danger close.
Captain, there's even more coming my way!
Stay calm, Echo 9. I'm coming back to help.
I can't
Fine.
deal with all of them! Calm down, rookie!
Come on, rookie,
There's
you
so
got this.
many. Captain, help!
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here with my sweet ass railgun. Oh yeah. Oh, swarms. Oh great. Whoop. Ah, good. So that was me using the cooling for the first time, by the way. Cooled my minigun right off. Also, I think I'm having way too much fun with this. Oh, something else I'd like to know is I feel like ammo pickups are a lot more common in campaign than they are on the raid, so maybe that's why the shoulder turrets were feeling like they were lacking staying power. Because I am getting ammo pickups at a fairly steady rate in the campaign, at least at this stage. Maybe they'll taper off later, because the waves in raid modes do steadily increase in difficulty. Oops, sorry friendly, I didn't mean to gun you down there. Blue on blue, friendly casualties. And also, something you may not have noticed yet, guys, but if you have kudos, I mean, if you look, I'm actually regenerating my energy now faster than my boosters use it, and I am so happy that that's the case. The slightest pause, and my energy starts recovering. I have not had booster bombs at all so far in this one. Also, I'm kind of wondering what the pickups over here are. Health, health, and health. Okay. Nothing super important then, like, say, items. Because items are the thing I want. Again, yeah, I've really got to watch those sharp turns. It throws the game off. You're gone. Okay. Now let's move back. Splat. Really got to try and hunt down those missile guys soon. Come here. Also something, don't know if it's really showing up much so far, but there are actually some variants coming. Like, there's several different versions of these big guys, is a good example. The one I just deleted. There's some more armoured versions, there's some more icky versions, there's some more armed versions that have like some extra vestigial limbs and things, so there's actually a good variety of enemies in this.
You did it, Echo 7.
Oh,
great job.
Actually did it.
Now get on board the ship and evacuate the area.
I didn't even...
Well done.
I wasn't even watching the timer.
There better be complimentary champagne and a queen-size bed waiting for me.
A bunk is a bunk, Echo 8, but I'll see about finding some drinks for the team.
Thank you, Major. Be sure to get an extra one for the rookie. Cheryl, you did good. Not bad for your first day in the apocalypse.
Thanks, Captain. You really saved me back there. I wouldn't have made it out without you. You're...
Good to have you on the team, Cheryl. After this, I think we could all use a drink. Next round's on me.
I'll hold you to that, Captain. We still haven't had an official night out yet.
I sense hero worship coming in the future. Mind you, there was that whole thing as well, but yeah, the legend of Echo 7 only grows stronger. Let's see, new missile pod. Sorry, that's a rocket pod, rather. Mix of tier 0s and tier 1s. I'm hoping that's a new shoulder shotgun. Because, as I said, those are actually really decent for defending yourself. It's just, again, as good as it is... It's how do you want to play? Do you want like a close range defense? It's like if things get too close, they just go splat, which is what the shoulder shotgun turret offers. Or would you rather have, say, a high-powered howitzer piece, just making things go splat at long range? I mean, if you can stop them getting too close, then you know. I think that yeah, I do prefer a more offensive gearing. If we're going to be entirely honest. So let's see, the double Gatlings were working great. Oh wait, I should do this next episode actually because we're past the half-hour mark. Whoops. So yeah, this has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yes, I can afford an extra heat upgrade. Yes. Yes. See you all later.